Good morning, afternoon, evening, or good night, whatever it is in your world right now while you're watching this. Today is kind of an open-hearted, open letter to Funko. First of all, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for creating all these little fun things to collect. You've brought out the kid in me. The kid in me is somewhat taking over at this point as I'm looking around going, yeah, nearly $20,000 worth of Funko Pops lining all of my walls. We're going to do an episode where I take you for a tour eventually. But right now, I'm talking to you, Funko. To the powers that be, you have an amazing collection of licenses, amazing products. It's a quality piece. The boxes are kind of what makes it. But there are certain Funko Pops and brands and likenesses and characters that you don't currently have. So, let's talk about that, Funko. Let's talk about that right now. I love your product, Funko. I honestly do. And I obviously do. But there's the certain ones that I know you could make. I know you can get the license for. I'll even do the legwork for you if you want me to. I'll make the phone calls, okay? Or send the emails or whatever it is that you do to these celebrities and major brands and all these people that own these licenses. I'll do the work. But we need these Funko Pops. I don't want custom ones that some guy made in his basement. I want you to listen to Brandon for just a second. Trust me, I'm grateful. I love you. I have an emotional attachment to your product. That's why I'm even doing this YouTube show. I'm 47 years old. I'm going to be 50 in 3 years. How many pops will I have at that point? It's crazy what you've done to me, okay? I haven't seen anything like this since I just got into pro wrestling. And that was when I was a kid, like 5-year-old kid. 42 years ago. Oh my God, how old am I? But anyways, you brought out the kid in me. You've given me something to chase and enjoy and have fun with and actively search for. It's like a scavenger hunt. I love it. By the way, I have the Big Texan is a restaurant in Amarillo, Texas. Totally going this way with this now. And I beat the 72-ounce steak challenge on whatever date that is, if you can see that. So yeah, they gave me a t-shirt and a hat. And they put me on their wall of fame because I'm gluttonous. I'm a pig. Anyways, sorry, I'm not telling you that, Funko. That was a sidebar. Just forget that even happened. Edit that out in your mind. These are a top 10 list of Funko Pops that I want to see made ASAP, which means as soon as possible. There's no reason you shouldn't have these already. Are you ready? Okay. And I'm going to scoot over a little bit. So I didn't put a background on here because A, it's annoying and it goes out all the time and I can't figure out how to make it go longer. And then I get a Roku screensaver that wobbles in the camera and I hate it. So I'm just going to leave it off and put pictures right here of the top 10 Funko Pops that I want to see made now. And these are really not in any sort of order. But I will start off with 80s metal bands. Yes, I know you have Motley Crue and Def Leppard. But that's really it. I mean, Kiss is really from the 70s. Motorhead, I guess you can consider in there. I'm looking at them right now. You got Alice Cooper. He's from the 70s. Nirvana's from the 90s. But I'm talking about Twisted Sister. A Dee Snider Funko Pop would be amazing. That whole band is so colorful and just crazy and androgynous, and it's made for Funko Pops. Rat. I've just made friends with Stephen Pearcy, the singer of Rat. Why doesn't Rat have a freaking Funko Pop? Quiet Riot, Cinderella, Dokken. I could just go on and on. Wasp. Ugh. I need these, okay? I really need these. So I need an 80s hair metal line of Funko Pops immediately. Especially the ones I named. Okay, Ronnie James Dio. Like 15 bands are going to pop in my head as soon as I get done talking about this line. But, okay, next. Here's another. Okay, I'm just going to do this as another line that you need to come out with. And, I'm going to save this one for next to last. How about this one? Curb Your Enthusiasm on HBO. Larry David. Like 10 seasons of different scenes and different outfits and different things that he could be doing. There's Jeff. There's all these different characters that you could be doing. Come on, it's one of the greatest shows in the history of television, in my opinion. Definitely the best comedy. I need a Larry David Funko Pop. Like I said, I don't want a custom one. I don't want to take a Bernie Sanders one and turn it into a Larry David. No, I want you to make a box and a pop and a bunch of pops and make a whole line of them. You got Eastbound and Down from HBO, so I know you talk to those people. You got Game of Thrones. That's HBO. Okay, next. More HBO, actually. How about this? I want you to come out with an HBO line. How about that? Get with HBO. I'll do the phone calls. Just tell me who to call and I'll get it done. Trust me, I will get this done. I want Bill Maher and John Oliver. Two of my favorite people to watch. Whatever your political beliefs are, it doesn't matter. Whatever your religious beliefs are, it's not what I'm talking about. I like them. They're incredibly good entertainers and they're great talk show hosts, and I want pops of them. John Oliver has an ice cream pop. So yeah, wait, does John Oliver have a pop? Hang on, I don't normally do this. I usually say, I'll do some research on that. But yeah. Let's see, I'm going to go to the Funko Pop app. Takes a minute to load because I have a huge collection and it's calculating all of that stuff. Still waiting. Still waiting. I think John Oliver might have a pop. Let's see. Jonoliver. He does! Okay, I'm going to take that back. Last week tonight, you have it. Why don't I have that on my wish list? I feel stupid now. I'm sorry. You have a John Oliver pop. Now, we need more than one. I know it's kind of the same suit, same guy, whatever, but yeah, more. Bill Maher, though. Get Bill Maher, and I want Curb Your Enthusiasm as much as anything else on that entire network. Okay. Family Guy. Yes, I know you have 4, maybe 5 Family Guy pops right now, but you just have Brian, Peter, and Stewie. Quagmire, Joe in the wheelchair, Cleveland, Mort, Lois, Chris, Meg. There's so many characters in that show, and that's all you get. The chicken that you can, the fighting chicken. There's so many characters, and you give us 3 different characters in 5 pops. I don't think that's cool of you. I don't think that's cool of you. I'm a little upset at you, Funko, for just kind of giving up on the Family Guy. There's enough Family Guy characters to match the Rick and Morty characters, to match the South Park characters, or Harry Potter, or Stranger Things. There's a ton of them, and I want them made. You need to hire me. You need to hire me in the licensing department. Not that you're not doing a good job, but I just need to be like a sideline motivator. Just motivate you guys to, here we go, Funko, here we go. Get Family Guy. Get Curb Your Enthusiasm. Get Larry David. And the rest on this list. Yeah, and I'll just sit there and annoy the crap out of you until you get it done. That's me. I'm not even zooming. I'm literally scooting back and forth in my seat. It's pretty creepy, isn't it? Okay, I'll stop. This is kind of a long list, so I need to shut my mouth and get going. Okay. I got a couple bands on here. This band you do not have. It's The Doors. There should be like 2 Jim Morrison ones and then a Jim Morrison chase. A Ray Manzarek, a Robbie Krieger, a John Dinsmore. You have Duran Duran. You have NSYNC. You have all of these bands over here. Some are great, some are just hot garbage. And you don't have a Jim Morrison pop? Oh, you know how much and this isn't just for me. I'm not just being selfish right now, okay? This is a huge money maker, not only for you, but for the people that are like Robbie Krieger's still alive, John Dinsmore is still alive. All these 80s bands, there's people that are, mainly still alive. I'm sure Larry David wouldn't turn down a couple $1,000,000 to make a Funko Pop of his face. Is that the problem? Are these people asking too much for their licenses? Do they not realize that I'm sure you give them a percentage of sales? I would love to know how this works. I need to call up somebody. Maybe when we go back to Washington, we'll sit down, if we can, and arrange an interview with the powers that be at Funko, because I want to know these things. I want to know why these pops are not being made. And I'll be frank with them. I will be straight up. They can't fire me. They didn't hire me yet. I will ask the tough questions. Okay, the Doors. Get the Doors Family Guy. Family Guy. Get the Doors Funko Pops made. Speaking of Family Guy, another Seth MacFarlane one. American Dad. Dude. Stan, Steve, Fran, Haley, Jeff, Roger? How many costumes did Roger have? He could have had 50 Funko Pops. Klaus the Fish. Director Bullock. There's a million American Dad ones that you can make, and I'm really bummed that you don't have them, because I like American Dad just as much as Family Guy. I like Family Guy and American Dad just as much as South Park. I like those three just as much as Rick and Morty. It's kind of like these four things that I watch constantly. And I want to look at on my walls and see American Dad section right next to the South Park section and a Family Guy section. You're just robbing me of this right now. I want to know. How about the Orville? The show on Hulu. You can have Hulu exclusives. How about that? The Orville's great. We got Schitt's Creek. I've never even watched that, but they have a ton of Family Guy. I keep saying Family Guy for some reason. It must be on my brain. They got a ton of Funko Pops for that. They've got a ton of Funko Pops for Modern Family. I've never seen that. You've got all these different shows that are on either equal or less level that you have, and it has to be something. It has to be a negotiation thing. It's just, it's freaking me out a little bit, because there's no reason there shouldn't be an American Dad Funko Pop. There's just no reason for it. Tell me it's on the way. Tell me to calm down. Say, calm down, Brandon. Simmer down, Brandon. Simmer down, simmer down, simmer down. And I will. And I'll be like, oh, it's coming? Perfect. But you haven't told me anything yet, so. Getting angry now. Okay, now this one, I have three more. I'm going to pretend I'm standing at the board table in front of everybody. Again, the powers that be, the authority figures in Funko. And I'm going to stand at the edge of that table and be like, listen here. There needs to be a stand-up comedy line of Funko Pops. Yes, I'm talking about George Carlin, who's an idol of mine. I'm talking about Richard Pryor, who's an idol of mine. I'm talking about Sam Kinison, Louis C.K. I'm talking about Andrew Dice Clay. I'm talking about Bill Hicks. I'm talking about Eddie Murphy. I'm talking about Martin Lawrence. I'm talking about all of these amazing comedians that are just as popular as any movie, TV show, band, or cartoon that you represent at the moment. Or ad icon. These are human icons. They're hilarious. Cheech and Chong. You only have a vinyl for Cheech and Chong. The little 2-pack vinyl ones. Yes, I have it right there. That's all you've got for Cheech and Chong. Why are there not more Monty Pythons? These comedians, it needs to be a stand-up comedy entire line. You've got pop rocks. You've got movies. You've got ad icons. You've got all these other ones. Stand-up comedy has to happen soon. It just has to happen soon. Okay, so how about the band Megadeth? That's another one. You don't have Anthrax, actually. It's another one. You have Metallica. You have Slayer for some reason. Megadeth is 10 times as popular as Slayer. Give me that. I just have a couple notes here. That was just kind of a sidebar. All right, my number one. Yeah, my tied for number one. My favorite band of all time. I have them tattooed on my chest. Pink Floyd. Roger Waters and David Gilmour, though they're not together, they're still making music and going on world tours and selling out arenas. Not this year, but normally, yes. They're still making albums that are selling like crazy. You can't make a Wall album one with some of these cool characters. I don't mean to flash you, but you can't make a Dark Side of the Moon one, which is one of the best-selling albums of all time. Animals, Wish You Were Here, Piper at the Gates of Dawn, Metal. I mean, I could just go on. Division Bell, Momentary Lapse of Reason, Final Cut. These are all albums that you could make. I wanted Roger Waters' Funko Pop. I want these characters from The Wall, Funko Pops. I want David Gilmour, Funko Pops. Nick Mason, Funko Pops. Richard Wright, God rest his soul, Funko Pops. Pink Floyd deserves, and it could be, like I said, it could be a licensing negotiation thing where you've reached out and they said no. It could be that, but you have to let me know. You may not think I'm all that important in the grand scheme of things, but damn it, I'm the kind of guy that's keeping you people in business. I might start buying stock. Lots of it. I might be a 51% owner here within a couple years, and you know what? At that point, I'm gonna stand at the end of that table and say, damn it! I want a Pink Floyd line of Funko Pops and a stand-up comedy line of Funko Pops, and damn it, give me Larry David and give me everything that I want, and I'm gonna name about another 50 movies standing at the edge of that table, and you're all gonna have to say, yes, sir. Okay. Lastly, I know we're not at that level yet. Asai TV is my television network. It's a streaming television network, much like Netflix, much like Hulu. You've got Netflix, you got Hulu, you got Amazon Prime, you got HBO Max, you got Disney Plus, you've got the Peacock, you got the WWE Network, you got all these different streaming channels. It's time to add Asai TV, spelled ASY TV. You can look it up at asytv.com. It's on Roku, it's on Amazon Fire, it's on what's the other one? Apple TV. It's everywhere. It's like 130 million homes in all the English-speaking markets. We have about 30 different TV shows. We have stars on here like Lita from WWE, Doc Gallows from Pro Wrestling, Evilise, Mike and Maria Bennett, like I said, Stephen Piercy from Rat. We have all of these things that I would like a Funko Pop, not just for them, but for myself. I want a Brandon Bishop Funko Pop with a camera in his hand and a phone probably in this hand, because that's all I'm ever holding. And I want ones for our other hosts like Chantel Danga and Hillary Harris and Eddie Finocchiaro and Gigi and Ruby Sparkle and Ricky, and there's a ton of characters, and they're all wonderful, beautiful people. Sorry if I left anybody out. Garrett, and just there's so many, and they all deserve Funko Pops. I understand we have some work to do till we get to that level, but eventually, when we start carrying millions of subscribers, and damn it, we will. We all want a Funko Pop, not just the celebrities on our network. We all want Funko Pop, and there'll be a Chase Brandon with rippling abs, yes, and lots of muscles and stuff, because Funko Pops are sometimes fantasy, aren't they? And it'll be a fantasy for that to happen. So anyways, that's my list, Funko. That's my open-hearted open letter to you, and I hope you listen, and I hope you consider, because I came up with some damn good ideas. And if you can't, because of negotiation reason, just send me an open letter back, an open-hearted open letter back, and I will read it, and I'll be like, okay, I get it. But until then, I'll still love you, and I hope you love me too. For all you watching this conversation between me and Funko, I appreciate you watching, and please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video if you like this video. If you didn't like it, don't like it. I don't care. It doesn't make a difference to me. We really need the likes. Yeah, we really need the subscriptions. Yeah. But I'm not going to die because of it. I'm not going to just lose, my child or something, and my cat's not going to just start choking. It's not going to affect me too adversely, but at the same time, why would you want to do that? Just make me happy and just do it. We could be friends from then on. As soon as you subscribe, we're friends. And I think I'm going to end this video right now by saying I'll be back soon. Not sure what the topic's going to be, but I'll be there. It'll be Pops, and I'm just going to give you a big hug. Here we go.
What happens when the executive producer for Asai TV starts collecting Funko Pops? Well, of course, you end up with a TV show about it. My name is Brandon Bishop. I'm in my mid-40s and I collect small plastic vinyl figures. I don't know how this started, but I do know that it's totally out of control. Join me as I travel the nation hunting for Pops on One Nation Under Pop. Asai TV is available on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and at asaitv.com. Use promo code POPS to support this show when subscribing.